Hi guys, thanks for joining me and thanks for watching this video about the amazing Origin Effects Revival Drive. This is part 2 and you can find the first video on my YouTube channel. In that video I used the Origin Effects Revival Drive into my Comet 60 amp for a great rock tone and lead tone, and I used it into my Röder Jessen 15 amp to show you how you can match the pedal to like any amp. But since I did that video, I've been getting a lot of great response and a lot of questions about this pedal, how you can use it into different situations. And I'll see if I can answer as many questions as possible in this video. Now in the opening track, you heard me use this great guitar by a good friend of mine at Green River Guitars. It has bare knuckle pickups and it's just a great sounding vintage classic rock guitar to me. And I used it into the Revival Drive into my JMP Marshall set clean. So let's check out how I got those tones. Hey guys, this is the JMP Marshall I used for all the guitars in the opening track. And right now I have it running really hot, and all the crunch is coming from the amp. I really love this classic Marshall tone. A lot of crunch but still clear, and a lot of power tube sag. I really dig it. It's great. But it has like one sound and it's really loud. So in the opening track I dialed it back to be clean. It had the preamp gain around 2 and the master on 5, and then I got all the gain from the Revival Drive, and I had a really killer sound, very similar to the sound of the amp on like 9 or 10. Okay, so now I have the preamp gain around 2 and the master is on 5. It sounds like this on a bridge pickup. Not very gainy and not very Marshall. Let's activate the Revival Drive. Much more Marshall. Okay, so I really love these old tube amps, especially non-master volume amps. I just like preamp and power amp tubes, and I like cranking up these amps really loud. Now I did want to check out this pedal into a solid state amp, and I don't have one, so I went out and borrowed an inexpensive Marshall solid state amp, and I wanted to see how quickly I could dial in this pedal to get a great sound. And the way I set up the pedal was to have all my clean and crunchy sounds from this side of the pedal, like I would usually do on a live gig, and then I could switch to this side for just a little more gain. So we already know that this pedal has a lot of unique features, and one thing I've never ever seen before in a pedal is this ghost control. Some of you have probably tried playing a very loud classic non-master volume tube amp and really diaming it, and something really unique happens. Something, it's kind of three-dimensional, I think. In the amp's power section, a ghosting effect is happening, and it's like the amp is adding like a lower note underneath the note you're playing up high. So one of the questions I've been getting a lot is, can you record this pedal straight into your computer? Is it a direct recording device? And it is not. But you can record it straight into your audio interface if you use some kind of speaker simulation. This is more like a preamp and has a lot of the features and sounds you would find in the power section of a real amp, but you need some kind of speaker simulation if you want to go direct. So I've done just that, and I've thought what was the least expensive way of doing that. And so I've recorded this pedal straight into my audio interface, and then I've inserted an impulse response from Ownhammer to get the sound of the cab. So let's check it out. I think that was a really cool sound using an impulse response actually. So let's take it one step further. Let's try the RevivalDRIVE in front of an amp modeler. I have here the Kemper profiler, and I've made profiles of all my amps. Let's see what happens when we use the RevivalDRIVE in front of the profiles of my amps. Well, folks, there you have it, the RevivalDRIVE from Origin Effects. It is an amazing pedal. And now if you've seen video 1 and this video part 2, you will have heard the pedal through my Comet 60, JMP Marshall, the Carl Martin Röder Bandmate, the solid state Marshall, an impulse response, the Kemper profiler, and I've gone through most of the knobs right here, and all in all, you can get this pedal to sound great with any amp I can think of. Go check it out, go to Origin Effects, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. I will be very happy. See ya.